You didn't hear it from me, but the cause of the fire was, she whispers baseless gossip in your ear. Apparently she's heard rumors of the girl heaves a sigh of relief after learning the fire wasn't the dragon's doing. Though spared from complete collapse, Ridis's home has been thoroughly scorched. Ridis's mother tells you she was once deceived by a crooked merchant and plunged into debt. Ridis has been working to repay the debt ever since her mother took ill. You lightly press your thumb and forefinger to the corner of each eye, a mixture of sadness and anger swirling within you. Ridis sits alone in one of its rooms, the air thick with the smell of char. There shouldn't be any fire creatures for miles, she grumbles. She says the monster appeared while she was playing the woodland flute last night. As to why any monsters, let alone fire monsters, appeared, well, despite the circumstances, you ask Ridis to lead you out of the bewildering wood as promised. I did promise that, didn't I? She says wearily, rising from her seat. The poor girl. Why do you want to venture out beyond the bewildering wood anyway? She inquires, as she gathers this and that in preparation to leave. We are in search of the dragon, you say valiantly, adding, the reward will be significant should we defeat him. Honesty sounds like a real risky way to make a living, she replies flatly, feigning interest. A group of Ivory Order people came through here just the other day, she explains. You connect the dots with Malice. Those three, you see. At last, Ridis is ready to depart for the edge of the bewildering wood. This road takes you to the east side of the bewildering wood, but you'd be hard-pressed to find your way without a woodlander's help. Upon seeing that Riddis is with you, he steps aside and lets you through. The eastern portion of the woods certainly does not want for thick, soupy fog. You turn away, ready to lead the party deeper into the bewildering wood. "Wait just a moment, you lot," calls the voice of an older man from somewhere behind you. Riddis appears to be familiar with him. She calls him Mr. O. "Here you are, young lady," he says, handing her a slip of paper. Oh dear. Further, Mr. O explains, Riddis did not have a fire insurance policy at the time of the conflagration. "I'll thank you kindly to pay by the end of the month. Bye now." Hee. Riddis lets out a bemused chuckle, her demeanor remarkably calm for what has just transpired. She pulls the woodland flute from her cloak and begins softly playing. Riddis's ear-splitting performance, shall we say, draws monsters out from behind the trees. Within moments, they are nearly upon you. "That's odd. I must have made a mistake," Riddis says, burying her face in her old book once more. She opens the book to a particular page and thrusts it in your face. "You can't tell anyone in the village I let you see this, okay?" It's a page of sheet music with a note scrawled beside it that reads, "Play this lucky tune to reverse your financial fortunes and make money woes a thing of the..." "No matter how many times I played this last night, our debt never went down," she fumes, incensed. You inspect the page a bit more carefully. Off in a corner, in letters so small as to be illegible, another message reads, "May summon monsters if played incorrectly." You finally see that so long as Riddis holds the flute, this is nothing more than a monster conjuring melody. You snatch the woodland flute from her hands. "You have lost your flute-playing privileges, but I'll never escape from this mountain of debt without it," she cries, clearly still believing in the melody of fortune. Melanie quietly opines that while Riddis is many things, bright is not one of them. Attributing it to your imagination, you decide to ignore it. A short moment later, the melody stops. As if drawn in by the voice, you head deeper. Why won't the right words come to me, she laments, her fingers stopping on the strings. Hearing her sigh, you offer to help her with her song. Very well then. Please finish this verse, she responds, then begins to sing. You shout the words in a loud voice. The woman's mouth hangs. The words are so plain, perhaps overly so, which is precisely why they pierce the heart, she says. Your chief word. She entreats you to let her use your lyrics. Imagining the royalties, you happily agree. chirps, pushing overgrowth. As she does, a hidden path out of the bewildering wood comes into view. At last, you are free of the bewildering wood. Praise the power of the Woodlanders, you squeak. She giggles bashfully. You've certainly kept your promise, you say. Thank you for showing us the way. I was hoping I could join you on your quest to defeat the dragon, Ridis suddenly blurts out. She takes out her old book and thrusts another page in your face. This week's creature of fortune is the dragon. Boons may befall those who encounter him. Melanie's jaw goes slack. What is the deal with this book? Melanie asks, bewildered. I can probably pay off my debt if we can just defeat the dragon, Ridis chirps, revealing her true intentions. No, I won't dilute my share of the riches any further. No more additions to the party, you bark. Have you no heart? Are you just going to leave a young helpless girl like me to drown in an ocean of debt and deal with that crusty old man? Ridis fires back relentlessly. I want to go. No. So goes the endless chorus of your thoroughly unproductive argument. Melanie calmly reminds you that the party in its current form stands little chance of defeating the dragon. See, you need me, Ridis says, sensing an opportunity. Your well-reasoned argument of no thwarted, you nod your head in resignation and welcome Ridis to the party. And fight. That was lucky. Looks like some monsters prowling about. You channel the inner champion of justice you never knew you had, and decide to throw down with the monsters. You sheathe your sword with a braggartly flourish, flashing a smug grin at your friend, but no one's looking at you except for Melanie. The exasperated sigh she heaves rings loud as a shout in your ears. Let's head to Unionville first, shall we? With a whoosh of displaced air, something shoots across the path right in front of you. What is that thing? Glancing in the direction it went, you see some sort of bottle on the ground. You head over for a close... It's a bottle of medicine, just like you thought. It'd be a waste to just leave it there. So you pick it up and put it in your pack. see something approaching from up ahead. A monster, Melanie shouts, readying for battle. Mr. Flobby, get back here. It's dangerous out there, a young girl chides, taking the creature back to the village. It seems you've finally arrived at Unionville, a village where humans and monsters live together in peace. What a weird place, remarks Ridis lightheartedly. I like it. We aren't staying a moment longer than necessary, says an unsettled Melanie, her distaste for monsters plain on her face. Any travelers with magical little critters can stay for free, the innkeeper. It appears the headman's long-standing pronouncement on the welcoming of all magical creatures also applies to you and your party.